Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
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 Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Welcome to another weekly community update where we are going to be talking about what's going on with the Right Now community, with the greater writing community, and what we have coming up for us. So make sure to hang out. We have a special guest who's going to join us, and they're going to be sharing this extremely awesome thing that they're doing to help out all writers, all authors in the greater AuthorTube community. So make sure to stick around. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Kaufman, daily writing streamer, soon to be fantasy author, and believer that if you get stuck, just put a dragon on it. All right, my friends. So we're going to kick off. I'll give a few minutes for everyone to hop into the stream. This week, what we got going on for Right Now streams, nothing crazy. When I've realized when I don't have the specialty streams queued up, since because there's no specialty streams, I'm like, if I feel so besides the point to do a schedule. I'm like, well, mostly we're just doing writing streams every day. I am trying to achieve that goal of pushing myself to get the book published, continue to work on Scarecrow, and get my book finished, published by May 15th. So that's my deadline. What deadlines are you working on? Are you making some progress with your writing? I would love to hear. Drop a comment. We are into the second week of February, and hopefully, just hopefully, we're going to be able to make a little bit of progress today. Hopefully, we'll just be able to push this week and actually get one step closer with our writing goals and our writing deadlines. So very, very cool. Now, other things that come to mind. So we're going to have a Discord update. So we will have our weekly writing challenge, which we'll hop into in just a moment. We will be hopping into our weekly writing challenge. So for those of you who are in the Discord and want to just find another way to come participate, hang out, we've created these really cool short writing challenges for you to just come participate in. And for the winners each week or every other week, depending on how many people are involved in it, you will get the chance to be entered in the Hall of Epic Writers. So that is where we will celebrate the writing activities that we're doing over in the Discord. And make sure if you want to come join us in the Discord, it's linked down in the YouTube description down below. This is a great Discord community where we can all hang out. Everyone's favorite channel is Writing Memes, which who doesn't love to post writing memes as we are trying to not procrastinate in getting through our books. So I totally feel that. Nice, Courtney. Like making progress with a short story project. You're like, hopefully, just hopefully, we're making little bit of progress. Un poquito. So what we got going on this week, obviously, I've been playing around with the writing stream times. So for those of you who want to come do writing streams with me, I keep going back and forth on the times because my schedule just keeps changing. I've been playing around with early afternoon times and then late evening, which for those of you on the East Coast, probably past your bedtime. So I've been playing around with it, kind of seeing what's working. But what's interesting is I'm at a point in my book where it's kind of dark. I mean, the world I've created and the story I've created is definitely dark fantasy, but the part of the character journey is definitely much darker and a little bit more traumatic. So it's like I'm kind of like wrapping myself in that part of the character journey. So then when I'm writing at midnight, I'm like, wow, it's like perfect time of the night to be like working on this. It's kind of crazy. So with our streams that we got going this week, I would say our specialty streams, Wednesday, we have our Right Now Writers Group. And for anyone who doesn't know, our writers group is the weekly writers group. We've had about 80 to 85 meetings so far, where it is an open invite to writers in the community. What that means is you can either hop on stream with us if you want to just come chat, come hang out, and come talk with other writers, or you can hang out in the chat. Totally no pressure at all. The goal is to have this weekly check-in where we can talk together, see how we're doing with our progress, and then trying to set up a goal for us the following week. I've started and created many writing groups before, and I wanted to create something that would help incentivize writers on a week by week check-in. So I might start posting the invite in the Discord. We'll see. We'll see how we see. Right now, if you want to be invited to the weekly writers group and you want to get the stream invites, just shoot us a message. Shoot me a message here on Discord, email, DMs. My socials are in all the places. So definitely, hopefully I've made it pretty easy to be able to get a hold of me. And yeah, in terms of specialty streams, I don't have anything queued up for this week, but do make sure that if you missed out on this past weekend specialty stream, Story Edit Now. This was our second editing stream where I did free editing for writers in the community. We had a lot of fun. It was great. We had some really, really great stories. And once again, it was one of our more heavily requested streams in the Right Now community, so I was glad to be able to bring it back. I wanted to find a way to be able to show more writers what it looks like and what it takes to do editing. So make sure that's also linked down in the YouTube description. Make sure to go check that out after this if you missed out on the Story Edit Now stream. And then I'll have to figure out when I want to be back for a critique show. I'll play it by ear. I'm like, we'll either do it this weekend or I'll push it to a next weekend. I'm kind of alternating. I'm trying to not push too much on the specialty stuff so I can finish writing the Scarecrow book. I was like, it's time. 2.5 years. Kaufman has to finish this book and get it published for the whole world. And let me tell you, as I'm getting more feedback from my beta readers, oh, it's so awesome. Oh, I'm so in love. And not all the feedback is incredible. Like there's some really positive feedback. There's some opportunity feedback. And I love that because whenever, regardless of the type of feedback, all I hear in my head is challenge accepted. And I absolutely love that because that just tells me that I can continue to make the story as awesome as possible. As all writers, are we going to want to try to keep retweaking the story until the end of time? Absolutely. But I need it to be at a certain level if I can let it be published or at least send it to my editor. So you know that drill. Okay, so let's hop into the Discord stuff. So real quick, I got Discord right here for y'all. So every week we've launched this new weekly writing challenge. I'll throw it up on screen. So every week we have this new weekly writing challenge. Let's see, where's my screen share? Here we go. Perfect. So essentially what I did was this is a way for you to be able to be involved in the community in a way that's very, very simple. And it's a low, doesn't take that much time. We are currently on, I just posted for our new week. So looking at last week, we have a couple of submissions here. So I'm going to need your help on deciding which submissions you liked the most. So the challenge for round 4 was to write the strongest, cleverest, wittiest, or most well-crafted single sentence you can. It should function as a cliffhanger at the very end of a chapter or an entire novel. Now let's see what our submissions were. Let's see. So this is from Vomika's from my project Tyrant and Flower. Easy, back up the hole, I made it. Easy, back up the hole, I made it, not too deep. Solo nonchalantly says, while everyone in earshot just looked at him, all thinking that hole is deeper than some mountains. Okay. The cliffhanger end of Tyrant and Flower. Interesting. So a hole and not. Someone tells me that there's something really supposed to be really profound about the hole. I do love the name of Soul, though, by the way. All right. And then let's see from White Seer. From Faye's Bounty. She had chosen love over a crown and paid for it in blood. She could never wash from her hands. Ooh, that's a little haunting over there. She had chosen love over a crown and paid for it in blood. She could never wash from her hands. Something tells me that there's some forlorn love in this novel. So something tells me someone's we've got a few heartbreakers in this novel. So definitely interesting cliffhanger. All right, let's see what we got from Labyrinth. Okay, I'm throwing in a piece from my current WP. I tend to leave some cliffhangers in the beginning. Let's see, so WIP Amulet, just a fill-in title. So it looks like Amulet is just the working title right now. The glow of the city ahead is the only light on this new moon's night as the dusty silver bus drove past the Tuscan welcome sign. Unaware something wicked follows this way as it's stalking one of their sleepy passengers upon midnight arrival. Ooh. I have to kind of say, Labyrinth, you definitely have a poetic style to your writing. That's actually something that I really appreciate. I feel like there was definitely a poetic undertone here, and you could tell that this is probably like for like the end of like an early chapter as we're kind of doing a setting for, might just be an obstacle. It could be an obstacle. It could be an antagonist. The glow of the city ahead is the only light on this new moon's night as the dusty silver bus drove past the Tuscan welcome sign. Unaware something wicked follows this way as it's stalking one of their sleepy passengers upon midnight arrival. And I wonder if the sleepy passenger is our protagonist. Ooh. Interesting. Sleepy passengers. Interesting. We got a little bit of another cliffhanger here. Interesting. All right, and let's see what we got for our fourth submission for Carozo. Looking down at her hands, they saw that the cloud she'd been weaving took the shape of a rope, one end tied in a noose. Then she vanished. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, interesting. What? All right, so looking down at her hands, they saw that the cloud she'd been weaving took the shape of a rope, one end tied in a noose. Then she vanished. From my book, Without a Spark. So fascinating. What's really interesting is we have 4 completely different styles of cliffhangers. I actually wasn't expecting that. I was like, all right, when I say cliffhanger, I was like, okay, it'll probably just be like a sentence, like the end of a book or something. But we have 4 completely different styles. We're using a cliffhanger that's focusing on subverting expectation through the action. Where I have a cliffhanger that's focusing on subverting expectation through the setting. This one focuses a little bit more on world building. We have, this one is very heavily character development. This is we already know what happened, but there's something, this one's very much supposed to be a prose and a style, like hit you in the gut after you've gone through the journey. And then this one is supposed to be intriguing. And we can tell that there's something very profound with the way that our character is going through the hole into this mountain. So, and this one's very much focused on, I feel like this one's kind of like a cross between plot and character development. But I think all 4 of them are fun ones. So help me vote. Help me figure out which one was your favorite. And in a perfect world, Kaufman is absolutely prepared for this. All right, let me queue up the poll. All right, so which cliffhanger was your favorite? All right, so we got, let's see. So the first one, Tyrant and Flower. I'll just put here, Soul, the Hole. And then our second one was from Faye's Bounty. Crown of Blood. Third one was, let's see, this was from WIP Amulet. Let's see, and this was the Something Wicked Comes. Ooh, Something Wicked Follows. That was actually really cool. And then our fourth and last but not least, Without a Spark, Vanishing the Noose. The Noose. We'll just put the Noose. All right, so I just started up the poll. And of course, if you are not already in the Discord and you want to go check them out yourself, go check them out. I will throw up the writing Discord invite right now. Discord invite, I was like, it's somewhere over here. Perfect. Here we go. So if you want to go read them yourself, go check them out. I just started that poll here up in the YouTube post. So come help me vote, help me figure out which one was your favorite, which one stood out the most to you. Vote now. I'll make the determination by the end of the day. So that way we can kind of get an idea which one people liked. And then of course, this is going to queue up into our next one for this week, which I wanted to try something interesting. So instead of doing one that's focused on prose, we are going to do story pitches. So this next week's challenge, I want to hear your best, not too big. I want to hear your best story ideas. So pitch your next story idea in 1 to 5 sentences. This can be the beginning of a series, a sequel, or a standalone. What story idea do you have in your back pocket? I would love to hear. Is it going to be this epic adventure? Is it going to be this hot and steamy, spicy open door romance? Is this going to be a wonderful tale through the real world? Is this going to be historical fiction? This could be whatever you want it to be, my friends. So pitch us your next story, and then we will vote. What would my story pitch be? Oh no, I can't say anything without giving away without giving away the book one. I was like, I already know what book 2 is about. I already have book 2. I have book 2 plotted out. But I realized I can't actually say anything without giving away too much of without giving a little away of book 1. So yeah, I even have the title of book 2 as well. So we'll just leave it at that. No spoilers. I have to tell myself no spoilers. Yeah, especially in like the weeks to come, and especially as I get to publishing and pushing things out there, I'm gonna have to be really careful of not spoiling my own series. Awesome. So everyone, make sure to come participate in our weekly writing community challenge. I want to see you there. We want to see your story ideas, and we will see what we see. So with that being said, I want to do a quick shout out. What else do we have going on? So not this week, but next, I want to say I queued up for next Friday. So next Friday, February 20th, we are going to be having Devon, that is exactly what I was going to say. I'd be like, whenever I hear spoilers, I always hear River Song. Spoilers? I like every single time. Devon, let me tell you, it is one of my goals to create a River Song type character archetype. One of these days, I'm going to create a River Song character archetype. One of my favorite characters. Anybody who's not a Doctor Who fan, you're missing out. At least on some of the Doctors anyways. We'll just leave it there. All right. So on that being said, so let's do a call out to our next upcoming writing event. I was like, oh, I'll just got me. It's really dark. Okay. There we go. So our next community event, we are going to be hosting our first movie night. We're going to be hosting our first Discord WriteNow community movie night. And I think I did list it as an event. Yes, perfect. So I listed it as an event for our movie night. So our first movie night is going to be next Friday, February 20th at, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is my time. So I'm pretty sure this is 6 p.m. Mountain, which means it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So this is going to be next Friday. The movie we're starting off with is Stranger Than Fiction. I wanted to do something. I have a list of movies that I know would work well, but if you haven't seen it before, it's kind of like it's like comedy-esque. It's a Will Ferrell movie where a character realizes that they are being written by a writer. It is a great look into writing conventions and the true journey of what if the worlds that we're writing, what if the characters we're writing are actually real. So I absolutely love it. Make sure to come join us next Friday. It's definitely a fun story, and I knew it would be a great first movie to kick off. It'll be super casual. You don't have to be on screen. It's going to be in the Discord. You can have your screen off, bring some popcorn, bring some drinks. We'll watch together. We'll maybe chat a little bit, and we'll have fun. I was like, I realized I wanted to do something very casual, very easy, where we could just hang out together. So that'll be next Friday, February 20th. Make sure to come join us. And then for those of you who don't know, every Saturday, our other Discord event is Write Chat. So every Saturday, usually after our specialty streams I do in the afternoon, Soul does the Write Chat. It's another casual co-working session. So if you're like, hey, I kind of want to be like I want to have my camera on and feel like I'm involved, but I don't like the live stream because it's too much pressure, then our community Discord events are the right events for you. You can literally come hang out, you can have the camera off, and you can do just audio and come hang out. So that's every Saturday. Let's see, 4:30 is Mountain Time, which means it's 3:30 Pacific. 6:30 Eastern, but every Saturday, Soul does casual co-working sessions in the Discord. And speaking of which, our Discord events, do you want to get better at doing writing related stuff? Are you thinking about launching more author related stuff? Maybe you're going to start doing live streaming. Maybe you're going to start doing more social media stuff. The WriteNow community is the place for you. If you are interested in practicing writing sprints, practicing like maybe your on-screen presence, then come start doing some Discord events with us. If you want practice, I want to help give you the space to give that practice, whether you want to come join us in the weekly writers group, or if you want to start leading some co-working sessions in the Discord to help us do that one thing that we all struggle to do, which is Write Now. So if you want some more help with that, or you ever want to do like co-working sessions, let me know. You can host events in the Discord. Write Now is a community place for all writers. And as I continue to push and create more things that bring more values to writers, I want to be able to continue to help elevate the community aspect and the community feel of it all. So that's what I got for Discord. And I think that is everything. I think that's all that I got for weekly update stuff right now. Somebody had recently asked me what the Write Now community has been doing, or like what's been going on with the Write Now community. So when I start looking back at the Write Now community, let's just say the past 6 months, we've had some really fun stuff that we've done. I wanted to just do a really quick screenshot, quick screen share. So when we think about the past couple months, my focus has turned to publishing Scarecrow. My focus has turned to finishing writing and getting Scarecrow published. Hence why I'm not doing as much specialty stuff. The podcast will be returning in probably either the spring or the summer, but I want to get Scarecrow published first. In the meantime, we just had our Write Now-a-thon at the end of December, which was epic. This was a 24-hour, I was like, no, wait, 30-hour. I'm like, oh man, how many hours did we do? This was a 30-hour writing celebration and a writing conference where we had all different types of writers, authors come together and just celebrate the craft of writing. It was such a fun experience. It was so, so awesome. Make sure that if you missed out and you didn't get the chance to check out the Write Now-a-thon, it's all linked on the main on the main YouTube channel. I've also linked all of our other major writing events from Freaky Friday, our past Write Now-a-thon, Faded Fantasy, and all of the other stuff that we've done throughout the past years. And then we also have different specialty writing streams. Everyone Loves Story and Critique Show. We also have our new Story Edit Now. We have a cover design workshop. And we have so many different offerings to help you on the writing journey. So I wanted to just put that out there. We have a lot of value if you haven't checked out some of our specialty streams on the Write Now channel. Even though I've stepped back from doing specialty streams temporarily, and I'm trying to make sure that we do a couple throughout the month. Scarecrow is kind of the focus. Right now, my goal and focus with Scarecrow is May 15th. So I'm really trying to push, really trying to not get distracted. I know one of our major announcements from the end of December was Write Unite, as I am currently developing an alpha beta reading program to help bring down the cost for you that it takes to write a book. So that's my focus on the sidelines. I also need to finish the last Freaky Friday anthology. It's been on like my TB, not the TBR, my to be finish in terms of finishing the formatting, bane of my existence. But that Freaky Friday anthology will be coming soon. So on the to-do list, my friends, all good stuff on the horizon. Ooh, Courtney, I love that. Yes, Focus on Scarecrow. I have the perfect space for it on my shelf. Hopefully it's going to be a good book. We'll find out. Hopefully. I know it's a great book, but I'm biased, as we all tend to be. So on that note, that's what comes to mind for the right now stuff. Now it's time to bring on, we have a special guest this week who is doing some phenomenal things for the writing AuthorTube community. They're doing some absolutely incredible things. So without further ado, let me welcome and introduce the one, the amazing, the incredible, Devon Gambrell. Hey, welcome, Devon.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty well. Of course, I don't have to deal with the snow like most of the people up north are dealing with, so
I wish
that's
I
a
had
plus.
snow. Like our area has gotten like zero snowfall. It's so sad, and they usually get snow
Oh,
too.
wow. Yeah.
And I know the East Coast is dealing with some heavy snowfall in some areas. I'm like, send us some snowfall, please, so I can go.
We need rain. What we need here is rain.
Mm-hmm. So Devin, I know you clearly you're in the community. I know you've joined us on some of our specialty streams. I know we had so much fun doing AWC together.
Uh-huh.
But for anybody who doesn't know you, do you want to intro yourself, who you are, what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Devon Gambrell. I write fantasy and steampunk with snarky female leads and a splash of romance. I'm also the publicity chair for the AuthorTube Writing Conference and the founder of All Call Indie, which is a database of freelancers for indie authors. And most of those freelancers are indie authors themselves, so they know exactly what you're going through.
Oh my goodness. I'll call Indy, you say. What is
Yes.
that? So one of the reasons that I wanted to bring Devin on is because I'll call Indie seems like it's the first of its kind that we've seen here in the writing author, indie author space. I've been so impressed by it. And I think anywhere where we can create a database that gives writers more like who's doing what is absolutely incredible. So, Devin, do you want to give a little breakdown and what I'll call indie is? I'll pull it up on screen.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was writing my first book, The Witch's Crystal, I found a lot of communities and a lot of other indie authors who provided services such as editing, beta reading, cover design, things like that. So when I got to the point of needing those services, I couldn't find anyone because, as a writer, we have multiple notebooks, we have online notes. I could not find a link to match a name. And it was very frustrating because I didn't want to go with, you know, a large company for anything like that. I wanted somebody who knew the business, who could walk me through the process. So I had this idea of just collecting all of these people who mostly on Instagram, because that's where I got started with the communities,
Mm-hmm.
and just putting them in one spot. So I asked my critique partner, C. Phillips, if she could give me a hand or if my idea was even good. And she went all up. She like built the spreadsheets because I am not a spreadsheet person. We put out a call, and the first website I built myself from scratch, and it was, yeah, very hard. Huge thanks to
Mm-hmm.
WTC Creatives for doing the one you see now.
Yes, WTC Creatives. James is absolutely incredible. He's
Yes.
also the one who designed my website, the Last Scarecrow website. So
Hmm.
100%, we love what WTC does. Absolutely.
Yep.
Awesome. So, all right. So I'll call indie. So we have this database for all indie authors, which is awesome. It looks very professional, by the way. It looks really,
Thank
really
you.
professional, which I love. So, as a database, I guess what types of I guess what types of services or what types of things does it offer, or what values does it provide for writers?
It really offers everything. Even if you're just a writer for blogs, there are people on here who will help you with learning SEO techniques,
Okay.
um, prose, marketing. Like this has literally everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you need for any sort of writing or publishing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's also critiques for querying if you want to query your books.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. And if you go through, I'm sure you'll find a lot of familiar names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I recognize a lot of writers and authors in the community. Interesting. I absolutely love, and I love that we have different categories for each of the different writers. I
Yep.
love that it's also set up for reviews. I love that you have it set up to be able to do reviews, which is actually really, really cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome idea. And James from WTC came up with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I definitely recognize a lot of the writers from different communities. Where have you? So since you've launched All Call Indie, where have you seen kind of the most, like the biggest use from it, or have you gotten a lot of feedback from writers who've been using it at all?
Most of the feedback have come from freelancers who are on here.
Okay.
I know Rachel sent me stats of where people found her, Rachel Adams.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so mostly on that side. It seems to be a lot of beta reading and critiquing, from what I
Mhm.
can tell.
Okay. Mm, absolutely love it. Um, so then, if somebody wants to, let's say they're looking for like a beta reader, for instance, they would just go to the beta reader category, and then they could choose from the list of beta readers. And then
Yes.
let's see, we'll go with Morgan. Morgan's awesome. Let's see. So it gives us the background. We can leave a review, and then we can also visit their website, I imagine.
Yes.
So then we can go check out their website, and then you give us similar listings to. Okay,
Yep.
is this meant to compete with like things like a Fiverr, where people can go to Fiverr to be able to like go find freelance help?
Um, no, at least I don't believe so, because
Okay.
Fiverr helps with anything globally. This is more niche down to writing
Okay.
and publishing.
Awesome. So then, if people want to be featured on here, or if they want to get into the database, what does that process look like?
If you scroll down to the bottom, there is a form that I get emailed to. Where did it go? There it is.
Submit
So,
your freelance
yeah,
business.
and I will get an email popped up in my box, and I just make sure that, it is a small independent business. There are quite a few on there that have like 15 people,
Hmm.
15 plus people, but
Okay.
it's still small.
Hmm. Okay. And then it's predominantly designed for indie authors specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Is so then you fill this out, you put your business name, your description, short description, website, email. Okay. And then once you fill all that out, will you automatically get added to the website? Is there like an approval process, or I guess what does that look like on your end?
The approval process is I see it, and
Hmm.
then if I say, okay, this is a perfect fit, send me your logo.
Hmm.
Once I have the logo, I can put it up there. Logo
Okay.
or profile picture, because, we're all small, we're all indie.
Hmm. Yep, totally understandable. And I know some authors, like myself, like to be in the spotlight, plaster my face everywhere, so
Yeah,
everyone can get annoyed of it, you know. And but some authors also like to have like images or logos, and there's absolutely
absolutely.
nothing wrong with that. So I think being able to do like a logo or a profile picture is great.
Yep.
Hmm. What would so you said if it fits for or you said you would approve it if it works. Are there any like examples of ones that like wouldn't be approved, or are there things that you try like not to keep in the database so that way any authors who want to like submit
Yeah,
can have like, kind of clear guidelines?
it has to be related to writing and publishing
Gotcha.
first
Okay.
and foremost.
Hmm.
I'm not going to take like if someone messaged me from Penguin Random House, they're obviously not going to get in the database because they're one of the big five, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that
So,
would be in the traditional publishing category. That makes
yeah.
sense. Hmm. And I think what I love here is that you have all the different. Let's see, Nick's bigger. I love that you have all the different categories here. Oh, you even have map makers. That's cool.
Yes.
And I love that you have all the different categories here that really go into indie publishing or the different aspects of indie publishing. Yeah, so that's actually very, very cool. I'll definitely have to make sure to sign up. I was like, I forgot if I signed up my writing business.
Yes, I was going to ask you, like, why haven't you signed up yet?
Oh
You've
man,
been
yeah.
busy. You've been slammed.
As we know, it's like we add the things to the list, and then it's like I have to just do the easy things immediately. All right, here we
Yes.
go. I'll let Scarecrow do it for me. What would Scarecrow's business be? Crow Enterprises. Here we go. Helping writers stay sane. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do the right now stuff in a bit. But I really, really appreciate that.
Yes.
Um, so I think this is really cool, Devon. Have you been able to spread a lot of awareness for All Call Indie since you've launched it?
I was able to spread a lot of awareness in the beginning, like the first 2 years that All Call Indie was up.
Hmm.
And then, of course, there was a boost with the new website.
Okay.
But of course, with between running a Kickstarter,
Hmm.
writing a book, and my youngest son in marching band, it got
Hmm.
more than a little chaotic. And then, of course, we
Hmm.
had the AWC, so it kind of went off on the wayside. But I do have a lot of ideas that I want to come up with
Hmm.
by the end of this year.
Ooh, anything fun that you can share with us now?
Yes.
What's on the horizon of All Call Indie?
So what I used to do is I used to put out a Google form
Hmm.
that I would have people submit for any products or any openings that they had, like they're open for a client or they have
Hmm.
this new nonfiction help with editing, books or courses that I wanted to post the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
That was too much to keep up on. But what if I ask James if he can build me a form and I can just like, and then post it to the Substack for writers who are looking for, like, oh, hey, they're doing 50% off. It's like Black Friday. I can do that. I can sign up and hold my spot, kind of deal.
Oh, I love that. So it's basically another way to be able to get writers into the database a little easier and
Yes.
spread that awareness for like promotions, discounts, things that are going on more
Yeah.
of like a day-to-day level.
Yeah. And I also want to create a tab for readers, but those ideas are still like in development.
Hmm.
Me and my critique partner were throwing things around like the first chapter where um, authors can put their first few chapters linked
Hmm.
to Story Origin or Book Funnel
Hmm.
for readers to just click on, test the story, see if they like it, and then purchase directly from that author.
Oh, interesting. So you're thinking of trying to, or not the, you're think, your one of your ideas is to incorporate reader samples, author
Yes.
samples through the database.
Yeah.
No, that's actually that's a great idea. I love that. I love that. What a great way to continue to spread awareness for the readers as well. So I think
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, and I mean Courtney absolutely agreed. Courtney was like, I was just going to ask as a reader, I only get indie authors, and I know a lot of writers in our community prefer reading and connecting with indie authors. So I think
Yeah.
this is absolutely the place for it.
Yeah, and those are the finer details that I kind of need to like nitpick and break down to figure out how it's going to flow and how it's going to work.
Mm-hmm. And then I know you just mentioned your Substack. So there's a Substack for All Colendi. What is
Yes.
that exactly?
That is where where I want to post the monthly newsletters and announcements and things like that. Last year, I did try to highlight a writing community every month, but I only made it to two communities because
Mm-hmm.
holidays came up, and then
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, guys, band season is insane.
That's how it always goes, right? It's like one thing right after the other, and then the craziness, and then you got 10 things on your plate that you weren't
Yeah.
expecting.
I even had a football mom tell me that a band is more intense than the actual
Really?
football. Yeah. It's like,
Uh,
oh, okay.
Devin, trust me, I feel your pain, and I don't even have kids. I just oh man, I keep like trying to like do more things, but then I'm like, all right, well, I need to focus on publishing the book, right? The thing that we're
Right.
actually
Yeah.
here to do. Oh man. So I just dropped the Substack. So I dropped that Substack link into the chat if you want to sign up for the All Call Database Substack. And it sounds like you're going to be posting more updates, awareness, and news for the community.
Yeah. Now that things have calmed down,
Mhm.
yes, I will be able to get back to that.
Awesome. And it's like once we get through the crazy times of the year, and especially holidays, and then I feel like you need like the recovery time from the holidays.
Yes, that's what I
Mhm.
did for December and all
Mhm.
of January. And naturally, I scheduled a book launch for February because
You
that's
know,
just
why not?
what
Why
I
not?
do. Like, why not?
And then, so speaking of book launches, Devin, your
Yes,
book's about to come out. Your next book is about to come out. So let's talk
tomorrow.
about your books because one of the things that we want to celebrate in our writing community is when we hit those milestones, publishing a book that we've spent years of our life, our energy, our sweat, blood, tears on to get to.
Yes.
So Devin, for anyone who doesn't know, do you want to first kind of give us a little like brief intro? I'll throw it up on the screen of your series for anyone
Mhm.
who wants to check it out.
Yeah. So book one is coming out tomorrow, actually, and that is The Witch's Mirror. And I I did this backwards. I published my last book first. So I had to go back in time to fill in all of the time gaps. So this is
Okay.
supposed to be book one, The Witch's
Okay.
Mirror.
All right. So we have okay. So book one is literally launching tomorrow.
Yeah.
What you had published originally was book three, which was The Witch's Crystal. By the way, I love your cover design. I
Thank you
love
so
the cover
much.
design. By the way, it's absolutely beautiful, and I
Oh, if you
love
go to my website, you can see all three of them next to each other.
Ooh, okay, wait, where's it at? On I'll call Indy.
No, D. Gambrell.
Oh yeah, let me find it. Uh, here we go. Wonderful,
Oh,
wonderful,
that's my
wonderful.
shop.
Yep. I was like, I
There
knew
we
we had
go.
to share.
Yay.
Oh,
Yes,
that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Devin, I have to know, did you hire a cover design artist? Did you do it
I
yourself?
did. I did hire a cover design artist when I was working my full time job
Mhm,
and I had the money to do it. I bought
mhm.
all five covers.
You bought all five covers up
I bought all
front.
five covers. Yep.
Oh, I love that. That tells me that you then knew the story that you wanted to tell.
Yes. That was after I figured out that the five books is the way to go. And I still have to get the wrap up novella cover.
Mhm. Well,
um,
I absolutely love that. So you had published book three. So book three
yeah.
was the one you had published last year,
I actually published that in 2024.
2024. Okay, so a
Yep.
couple years ago, and
Hmm.
now we're getting book one.
Yep.
So with book one coming out tomorrow, do you recommend readers start with book one and then wait till book two comes out, or what's your recommendation for reading?
Actually, The Witch's Crystal is okay to start with because I put just enough information in there where they have some of the backstory.
Okay.
The mirror and sword are just the details of what they're talking about.
Okay. So it's filling in more of the world, more of the pre.
Yes,
Yeah. Do you ever think of it like the Witch's Crystal is like the core story, and these two are like the prequels leading up to it?
I do. I do feel that way.
I feel like we've got Star Wars: A New Hope, and then
Yes,
we've got what's that? Clone Wars, and then Revenge of the Sith.
yes, yes.
So I absolutely love that. So then with book one coming out tomorrow, would you recommend going book one then book three?
No, you definitely have to read book one and then book two because it's a seamless time
Oh,
event.
it's a seamless transition from one to two. Ooh,
Yes.
interesting.
So when one ends, two picks up
Hmm.
like a month later.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so Devon's recommendation: start with book three, since book three is out right now, and then
Mhm.
we'll hop into book one, book two, and then it kind of fills in that character, the world, and the character. Ooh, I love
Yes.
that. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that. Um, and of course, we know I love the title here: a dark, epic fantasy of magic, betrayal, and the price of survival. So, Devon, what's the series about?
So the series follows Amabel Rigdon. She
Hmm.
is the second born of five siblings. And I
Hmm.
say siblings, but some of them are like cousins. They grew up very close together.
Hmm.
She is used as a political pawn um, to end a war, and then bad things happen. Like everything is pinned on her grandmother's death
Hmm.
at the beginning of the first book.
Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Um, yeah, it's there's so much. I have more than one main character, but The Witch's Mirror, even though
Hmm.
Amabel's pivotal to all of the books, The
Hmm.
Witch's Mirror is actually geared more towards her older brother Aster,
Okay.
and then her magical twin, the Witch's Sword, is
Mhm.
Basil.
Interesting. So then, does each book kind of follow? So each book kind of has a different MC, but I
Yeah.
imagine it still has all the characters.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. I really, really like that. That's cool. Um, and then of course the question I have to ask everybody, because I'm as a fantasy nerd over here. What can you share with us about the magic system?
The magic system is some of my beta readers say it's complicated, but some of them say they understand it. So you
Okay.
have witchcraft, you have wizardry, you have sorcery, you have um, fey magic.
Hmm.
So it is a very, very diverse cast.
Interesting.
Um,
So witchcraft, sorcery, and fey magic.
yes,
Ooh, interesting.
and wizardry. And also in the witch's mirror, there's a new magic
Hmm.
that's kind of taking over that no one really understands. And alchemy is starting to come into play.
Oh, I love that.
So that,
What an interesting contrast of three to four magic systems.
yes. And of course, each has their own rules.
Hmm.
Each has their own timeline.
Hmm.
Alchemy is brand new.
Hmm.
It's being experimented with
Hmm.
and things like that. So you get really come the witch's crystal, they have a better understanding of how alchemy is used, and they start to experiment with it.
So with alchemy aside, because I'm actually very intrigued by alchemy. With the three pre-existing magic systems, do you set clear rules and consequences for the magic systems, or are there like some things where like you don't know what's going to happen?
There are some things that you don't know what's going to happen. I wrote it as people inherently already know the rules,
Okay.
but if you use too much magic, you're going to get tired. You could
Okay.
possibly kill yourself.
Okay.
Magic is drawn from different ways. So
So
sorcerers
are
and
they like channeled? Is it channeled from like a source of some type?
yeah.
Okay.
So witchcraft, they pull in the magic of everything around them into themselves before they can do anything with it.
Okay.
Wizardry is the shortcut where they use magical symbols to pull the magic in faster so that it's not such a
Mm.
long drawn out process.
Those wizards, they just trying to cheat the system and
I
take the.
know, right? Sorcerers create their own magic, but they can't hold it, so they have to put it into objects like rings, staffs,
Oh,
necklaces.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually really cool. That's cool that you're creating a very clear distinction between the wizard and the sorcerer,
Hmm.
which a lot of the time those two archetypes get very easily
Yeah.
mixed together. I love that. That's very cool. Hmm. Man, so especially as like a fantasy nerd, I can talk about magic systems all day, every day.
Yes. I love it.
But Devin, I just have to say that's so exciting that you're hitting and that you're about to publish the next book. How are you feeling as you're getting? It looks like book one is coming out tomorrow. Book
Mhm.
two is coming out in 1 month.
Yes.
And then you said it's out of a 5 book series.
Yes.
You're currently working on
I'm
book four,
writing
right?
Dagger right
Mhm.
now. I'm about 70% through the rough draft.
Okay. How does and then for our writers in the community, what does your drafting process look like from like idea to hit publish? What's that look like for you?
So I had the lucky accident to publish my last book first. So I know what's
Mhm.
supposed to happen.
Mhm.
um,
So the
I
brainstorming is probably a little quicker for you since you already have all the beats,
yes,
the characters more mapped out.
yes.
Hmm.
I don't plot. I have a few key points that have to happen,
Hmm.
um, but that's about it.
Okay.
Um, each each book is a little different too because I don't know how I'm going to market the series. The first book is I can call the last book, The Witch's Crystal, a romantasy. I can call it that.
Hmm.
The first book is not. It is an epic, dark political fantasy. The second book um, can be considered a tragic, dark, that, you know, how do I even describe that? And then the book I'm writing now could be considered YA, epic fantasy.
And yeah,
It's
trust
a
me, I try
plus.
to like understanding like that the genre difference of like I went so back and forth on Scarecrow and like fantasy, dark fantasy. Like I'm pretty sure it's dark fantasy
Yeah.
because I think it's when the themes, I think it's when the character journey cross with the themes,
Hmm.
uh, explore darker, I guess
Yes.
darker thematic material.
Yes.
Um, Whereas I think YA, I mean, I'd argue that Harry Potter was YA to a certain extent in its
Yep.
early series, but by book seven is book seven of last book of Harry Potter YA. Half the
A
characters.
dark,
I mean,
dark YA.
yeah. So I mean,
Maybe.
I think it becomes a little debatable,
Yeah. I
but
had
yeah.
to.
So what was
Sorry.
that?
I had to tell some of my beta readers for Sword. I'm like, I don't think you should beta read this book. You don't like this kind of content. It gets dark.
Oh man. Um, and then of course having all call indie, has that helped you being able to navigate beta readers for yourself and getting
Yes.
help with from obviously beta readers, editors, in
Yes.
that process?
Yes. All of my beta readers, my editors, developmental editors are on All Call Indie.
Man, I love that, Devin.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna have to make sure to sign up for all call, and then of course anybody who wants to go check out Devin's book. Book one comes out tomorrow, but
Yes.
book three is already here. You can check
Yes.
that out right now.
Oh,
So
and if you want, because I have them all pretty much done, if you sign up for my newsletter, there's a link that goes directly to my unlisted shop and you can get all three.
Ooh, I love that. That sounds like a special offer. So I'm going to drop that in the chat. Newsletter subs get all 3 books after they sign up. Perfect. There you go. So I just dropped that in the chat. So for any of you who want to go pick up all 3 copies by signing up for the newsletter, go do that right now. Very easy. Probably takes you less than 1 minute to sign up for a newsletter. And I know from the covers alone, that definitely pulls me in. And then the magic systems 100% pulls me in. Devon, right now, so for books 3 and now 1, so right now the ebook, and then I'm assuming the paperback editions are available for those.
Yes.
Do you have any audiobooks?
I do not have any audiobooks. That is in the works
In
this
the works,
year.
yes. Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm. It is on my list for later this year, probably around the time my next Kickstarter.
Okay, with the next Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I'm such like an audiobook fan these days, so I'm like, I always have to ask everyone, when does the audiobook come out?
Yes.
So that's absolutely incredible. Go and support Devon, friends. Go support her. Go sign up for the books. They definitely sound like they're really great reads, and I think that's everything that we got for today.
I think
Uh,
so.
Yeah, Devin, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming and sharing with the community. I think it's absolutely incredible what you're doing, not just with All Call Indie, but the fact you're getting pretty close to finishing your series, and I think that in itself is to be commended. And having done some successful Kickstarter campaigns. We haven't talked about the Kickstarter, and that's a whole other conversation.
Let me tell you how helpful it was, though. It was so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Going through doing the Kickstarters for helping to fund everything.
Yes, definitely. It helped fund. I understand character art is more for the writer than anyone else, but it does, especially when you can put that into special editions.
Mm-hmm. Have you launched special editions of any of your books yet?
All of my special editions will only be available through Kickstarter.
Through the Kickstarter. Okay. And then did your previous Kickstarter campaign, did that already end?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you're doing another Kickstarter for the next book.
Yes.
And
then I'll have the special editions for, back up for those too.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And will you be doing the next Kickstarter next month?
No, it's going to be probably third quarter.
Okay, so later in the year, let you get through like publishing the books and getting them out.
Note to self: when you do a Kickstarter, don't do what I did.
So when I do my Kickstarter, don't do what you did. And what's that?
I was in the middle of writing Sword, thinking, "Oh, I still have time. I can finish this."
Mm-hmm.
And then band season took over and I had no time to write. So I'm like on a fast track to try and, finish the book, get it to my editor so I can get the books out to backers by December. Don't do that. Just make sure the book's with the editor and then launch your Kickstarter.
Gotcha. So don't launch the Kickstarter until the book is with the editor.
Yes.
Duly noted, Devon. I definitely could have made that same mistake. I was originally going to do a Kickstarter for a Scarecrow, but I realized I didn't have the time to invest in a Kickstarter, the time that I would want to invest into it, as much as I want to.
Yeah.
So I think I decided I'll do a Kickstarter for the second book.
Yeah. That'll work out great too, because then you already have the Scarecrow out to help with the boost of it. But if you get into Kickstarter, definitely log in, sign up, and start playing around with it before, because it takes months to build. And if you're just fiddling around,
I can't just do a Kickstarter and do like what Brandon Sanderson did and have the biggest grossing Kickstarter of all time.
No, don't do that.
It's okay. I only have to write 10 books in a year to pull that one off.
Right.
Well, Devon, it's incredible having you. I really appreciate you having you around the community. You, like all of our other writers, are, of course, welcome to join us on Wednesday nights for our Wednesday Night Writers Group. Granted, I know it's a little later for all our East Coast friends, but you're always welcome to join us. If you need some motivation or writing procrastination.
Yep, will do for sure.
And then for I think that's all that we got. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily writing stream at time TBD. We'll see how we're doing tomorrow. And yeah, Devin, I'll let you outro yourself.
Yes, thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure being here. And again, my name is Devon Gambrell, and you can get all 3 books by signing up for my newsletter. I'm on YouTube and Instagram mostly, and I have a mini series short about going local and getting into your local indie bookstores and libraries.
I absolutely love that. And of course, anything that we've shared today, it's all linked down in the YouTube description down below. So go check out all the links, check out all the things, and go join us on the Discord. Go do all the Discord stuff if you want to participate. That's all that I got for you. I'm Kaufman, and we'll catch you on the next stream. Take care, friends. Words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. It's time to write
now.
Sorry.
Right now, not right now, but right now. Read now, right now.